Right, so here we have a computer, we have my camcorder running, we have my RailDriver out for the first time in 4 or 5 years probably. God, is it that long? I'm going to just try and demonstrate why I stopped using the thing. So let's just see if Run 8 I've never used it on Run 8 version 3. Version 3 wasn't the thing last time I had this thing plugged in. Don't know where the power supply is for the subwoofer and that. I never used it and I've lost it. Right, okay, select scenario. Let's just launch everything. Let's get it on. Let's get me back to where I was, wherever I was. I'm building a world, I'm populating all the local runs. It's not worth videoing and publishing until I start doing some actual proper full local retrieve and get type services. At the moment I'm just populating my world and putting the wagons out. And of course it has to be getting on for dark. I shall change that. Oh no, there's a cat coming to help. Merlin, what are you doing? Don't you dare tread on the keyboard buttons or anything else. How you doing, buddy? Eh? You can't come on my knees, I'm busy. Too many cats. Right, my friend. Down you get. Okay, so where is it on the menu on this? RailDriver, there we go. Use RailDriver, it's selected. Reset calibrate, I've never used it on this. So we'll go to calibrate. Right, now I know the computer's going to see all this. The camcorder can't see the screen, but it can see the RailDriver itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my video editing software and I'm going to try and combine the two in a cunning and high-tech way and just show the problem I have with this bloody thing. So we're in calibration. I'm going to just run through everything including the buttons because I've never used it on version 3, so it needs doing. It likes that, it likes that, it likes that, it likes that. These are the easy ones, these all work. The horrible floppy plastic thing. Right, now, reverser worked great. Why aren't I seeing any movement there? I'm seeing no movement there whatsoever. Do you press set? Is that how you do it? All the way back, set. All the way forward, set. Right. So that's not gone back. I've clicked it back into neutral and it's not gone back into neutral. I wasn't expecting that. I expected it to work better than that. Back into reverse, it's happy. Into neutral, that's not neutral. Okay, so it's not happy with that first off. That might be a problem, might not. Don't remember it being a problem when I was using it. Right, so that says neutral up there and camcorder screen. I'm now going to just push this forward till it goes into the détente. So you can see that's quite a bit out, and that's it calibrated. Right, my pet hate next, the throttle. Right, so we'll go back to all the way back, click, set. Back into the middle. Just this side of the détente, set. Okay, come back to set. And then forward again to the middle. Right, that's working better than it used to on the old version. Right, okay. Now, if you look at this, you can see a lot of backlash. So if I move, right, the throttle's right at the back. Fingers on thing, start moving it forward, and watch the screen at the same time, and see when it starts to move. That's it started to move there. So you got that much backlash. No movement there at all. Okay, right, I'll do the full set. Right, so that's set there, all the way back, set there, into dynamic braking, Back to that one, set there, all the way forward, set there. Right, okay, so that's full dynamic brakes. Pull it back, about halfway, it stops. Stop moving it forward. There's a bit of backlash, it's not too bad on the braking side of it. A little bit of a struggle, not bad. On the acceleration side of it, the thing when you trying to judge between eight notches is a nightmare, because you start pulling it back and you've got to go move, 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 and then it starts moving. Start bringing it forward, and eventually it starts moving. So you've got that much slack in it, which is just ridiculous. And that's after I tried doing something to reduce the slack inside, which I might show later on. Okay, so you've got that much, I'm moving it that much and nothing's changing on screen. Again, set it all the way back, set it there, and you've still got ridiculous amounts of backlash. Okay, so that lever's garbage. Not so bad in dynamic braking. As a throttle, it's garbage. The brakes, fine. Don't have a problem with the brakes. Okay, so into full braking, dink. Into emergency, dink. Dink. Right, okay, back to full braking. Yeah, fine. That does exactly what it should do, what they all should do. That one still does not want to. On the détente, it's nowhere near it. Try again. No. Horrible. And these things are not cheap. Indie brake. Indie brake was, when I first got the thing, it was great, it was fine. Set there, up to maximum, set there, back to off, and it won't stay off. It just wants something inside the mechanism is put too much tension on for whatever is supposed to hold it in place, and it will not stay off. If you look on screen, it keeps on creeping on. So your brakes are binding. You can sort of get it to stay off. You pull it down and then bail it. Alright, so just set the bail up. Let go. That's the only way I can get it to stay off, is to actually sort of bring it back and bring it back again and then just bail it. And you can actually see it. It just doesn't want to stay, but it just doesn't want to stay all the way down. Alright, front headlight, that's off. That's on. Right, that's working fine. And then rear headlight. Oops, sorry, rear headlight there and there. And just check all the other buttons, make sure everything's working. Do you have a centre button on there? No, you don't. I never use these because I can never remember what they all are. It saves the calibration, thank you. Right. It saved the calibration, it's gone into... I gather that button was F3. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what you... How do you come into that? Oh, you do... Ah, right, okay, that's handy. Nope. So yeah, the buttons... Oh, flashlight button. Handy. Okay. No idea what any of the others do, so I'll stop pressing them. Right, so let's just do a couple of other bits. The RailDriver menu, button mapping. Aha! Oh, that's good. Right, so you can change them. I won't change them because I don't know what they are anyway. Right, so yeah, there's me whatever I'm doing and wherever I'm doing it. No idea. Right, we'll grab the train. Oh, full throttle. Got to remember I've got this plugged in there. Well, at least that works. Aha. Right. What number am I? 444. Does that show up on here? Probably not. I've forgotten where I'm working. No harvest sort of thing. Nope. It's heading down towards. Ooh, where am I heading? San Bernardino, I think it is. There I am. Got to. Ow! Hit the. Why not just hit the camera? Where are we? I'll lined up pretty well on the key on the RailDriver, if nothing else. So let's just see what I've got in the way of. Double C. I'm going to open up my little spreadsheet on the other screen that you can't see. Industry configuration. I think it must be that one. I think. Yeah. So I'm doing. Why is that? Why is that labelled 101? That's what I'm doing. SCC. Right, so I need to find the next industry. What I'm doing basically is I'm trying to spot these wagons in the industries when I can find the wagons, so I can go back and play, maybe do some playing on camera. Industry tags on. Press the button like that. Get in the cab. Turn the flashlight on so I can find the. Yes, come on. Oh, that's the one. And come on. There we go. That helps. Right, so we've got the lights on. Turn the flashlight off. We've got a red in front. Let's just to turn this into a little bit more of a video. I'm going to find that SCC if I can, and then drop those wagons off. So let's get the dispatcher set up. Give him a call. At least because I'm recording through the camcorder, the sound will work properly. He says, call me at the next control point. Isn't that a control point? Right. Brakes off. Reversing forward. I haven't used this for a while. There we go. Just a slight movement and I've got 2 on the Whatsit. This do be the handbrake. So that's notch 3, and then start pushing it forward to back off on the throttle. Nothing. 1 click off. Down to notch 1. Oh, it shows you the notch, then goes back to the speed. Ah, that's good. Back to 0 notches. Now that's, I think that's new for this version. I like that. And it's stopping because the brakes, I've got some train brake, whatever you call it, locomotive brake on. Oh no, it's because I'm going uphill. Right, I've got reds ahead of me. How am I supposed to go past that? Up to notch 3. And take the throttle off, push forward. Eventually. That's ridiculous. Right, come on, let me through. Isn't this a control point? Oh, apparently not. Must admit, I thought I'd given back authority. I'm sure I gave that back last time. I'm just going to go through this red. Right, okay, so apply power, give it a bit of throttle and nothing will happen. Touch more. There we go, 1 notch. And second notch. Now, if it tells me I've gone through a red, then I'll know I shouldn't have. It might be a stop and go signal. I'm not quite sure how you're supposed to tell that. Yeah, well, it didn't tell me off for going through it. And this controller should be so good. It just isn't. What's the speed limit here, by the way? 55. We're heading for SCC next, I think. I've got 1, 2, 3 more stops. Where's the alerter? There it is. Right. What's that and why does it look like it's on my track? Doesn't look like an amber, it looks like train lights. Oh, okay. Maybe that's why I've got a red light.
Detector milepost 48.3.
That'll be why those lights were red. How do you dip? Nope, that's not how you dip. Oh, that's how you dip. I've got that plugged in. Right. Okay. Now what do I do? Have a look at the map. Select forward, what's it? Try and get one notch. There we go. Brakes are off. Bit more throttle. Bit more light. Bit more throttle. Feeding it in, you've got to be very gentle, but you can do it. When you want to drop it a notch, you've got to move half a mile. Or 70 furlongs if you're in metric. We're off. Oh yes, I know. Right, how do you get... Oh, you just do that. Evil weather today, I don't think the rain's stopped hardly. That one. It always worries me when I see a white light ahead, but the signal was clear, so I'll trust the signalist, the dispatcher, although he doesn't seem to be doing much. He is engaged, isn't he? They're just sitting there. Why are they just sitting there? I think the dispatcher's on strike. Wish I could remember what the P button did. I could always try pressing it, but maybe not. Nothing apparently. that does, yeah, county uppy distance thingy, or county downy distance thingy. I think that one there does the handbrake thing. I think these look at different angles. I know they just move us around a bit. And then we can fade in and fade out. Right, okay, good. Got the green, all go.
DNSS detector, milepost 52.5, main 2, ambient temperature 8 degrees.
So we're getting towards the summit now. We'll soon be going down the other side. Shall I turn the milepost, John? Milepost tags on. Reduction to 20 in 3 miles. Why 20? Where's it sending me? Sending me through a crossover. Right, I'll start reducing power because I'm off the slope. Yeah, I know. Go away. No. If I made that, I'd be embarrassed. Still on a fair old slope. Don't know what's up with Otto, he's not working. I'm the only one that's moving. That's not good. We're much better on a multiplayer server, but not for what I want to do at the moment. As in just testing out the RailDriver and reminding myself why I don't use it. Okay, so that's us off the hill now. Trying to reduce power. Sooner or later it will respond. There we go. For dynamic brakies. Some real brakies. Look, the brakes are off. Carry on rolling. God, there's way too much backslash in that damn thing. Right, okay, we're not on the slope yet. Is that 20 mile an hour limit on the hill? I thought it was 23. Couple of notches just to get me over the hump. What's that say? It says don't batter the tripod. It is 20 mile an hour. We're just getting onto the downhill. Let's set up the dynamics. Was that a moon in the sky? I think it was. I'm waiting for at least one train. That's not going to happen when nothing's moving. Otto seems to be broken. Okay, so where are we? 90. Bit of dynamic brakes. It's spawning trains, but nothing seems to. It's not moving or anything. Quite a light train. This is not. There's not much on it, so I shouldn't need to do too much juggling with brakes. The dynamics should handle it no bother at all, he says. Yeah, there's a moon. Over to the left. Just disappeared out of view. I wonder if there's a way to reboot Otto. Turn him off. Turn him back on. See what happens. Oi! There's something else that's moving. Let's get rid of that. Let's see what's going on. 23 mile an hour. Get more dynamics. Shouldn't run away with that. Lots more dynamics. Train's heavier than I thought it was. Alright. Many dynamics. Traction motors will be getting warm. Right, Aristotle's something. He's complaining about routings on trains. There's a whole one moving. Not doing very well tonight. Might have to do some deleting. I don't know what multiple routings mean. Right, speed's coming down anyway. I'm going to give it a little bit of proper brakes and then back off on the dynamics, because the dynamics are just going there's too much dynamic braking going on. That made a lot of difference. There we go. Right, so I can back off on the dynamic brakes a wee bit. I didn't touch the air brakes then. Doesn't auto trigger there. Right, I still lost the dynamic brakes and we're still picking up speed, so a bit more brake. And let the speed come back down. Come on. I don't want to be doing... I want to adjust the air brake so that I'm using about half of dynamic braking. I'm not quite there yet, so a bit more. That way I can go up or go down with the dynamics. Oh good, and I've got flashy reds ahead. Alright, so reduce the dynamics. Let's see what happens. I still need a bit more.
DNSS detector milepost 58.6 main 2.
Right, so we're going over Cajon Pass, Cajon, whatever. Heading towards San Bernardino and Los Angeles. Going down the steepest of the steep ones. A slope of 3 point something not long back. Which is why it's entertaining with the brakes. And why the speed limit's low, because if you start running away, you've got a problem. Previous version Run 8, you could just take the brakes off and let it coast and nothing would fall off the tracks. But this one, they do derail. It's steep, it's twisty. So with the air brakes, you can add a little bit. You can only release completely, which would be a bad move on a slope this steep. So you play it with the dynamic brakes. You just set a level of, what do you call it, auto brakes, and then you can adjust the dynamics as you need to increase or reduce braking gently. So I'm backing off on the dynamics bit by bit, because the other thing with dynamics is the slower you're going, the more dynamic braking you get, so you can't just leave it in one place. And then it does that all by itself. Right, okay, so more brakes, back to where it was, or thereabouts. Check my glucose level. Not with that needle, because that one's from last night. Oh, stop mucking about. That's good. No, not that one. That one. A little bit less brakes. Excuse me while I do medical things. Right, I'll just let it slow down while I do medical things. Do that, stick that in there. No, stick that in that end of that. Like that. Put that bit back in there. Oh, don't stop. Right. We're still on 3% slope. The other thing with dynamic brakes is they won't bring you to a complete stop. The slower, below about 5 miles an hour, the slower it gets, the less brake you've got. Because they can only sort of do things and stuff, whatever. Excuse me while I do medical stuff. Come here. God, I wish I could feel things. Right. Do that, stick that in there. Ouch. Do that, put that there, do that, ow, that hurts. Right, what we got? That's alright. Happy with that, good. Right. Reduce the dynamic braking down to hee-haw. Let's let it get rolling, because we're still on a steep downgrade or hill. There we go, speed coming up again. Don't know where this industry is. I hope I'm not going the wrong way. get back to some sort of equilibrium, which is a word beginning with E. It's 2.7% slope, so less of a slope now. Does that mean we're off the steep bit? I don't think so. I think there's more steepness to come. Because the thing with the auto brake is once you take the auto brake off, the system's got to recharge and put some air back into it. So I don't want to adjust that until I really have to. If you release it, you don't get the same amount of brake when you put it back on, not until it's completely recharged. So I'd rather leave that brake where it was and just do it all with a dynamic brake, even if I've got to apply power. With that, I don't want to leave the auto brake where it is, and if you're slowing down too much you can just apply a bit of throttle and leave the brakes where they are. Down to a 2.5 degree slope, 2.5% slope. Down to 12 miles an hour, that's. I'm also listening to the noise of the traction motors. I can tell when it's starting to accelerate, which it is now. The slope's getting steeper as well. Just about on the limit, that'll do me, close enough. Speed's nice and steady anyway. I would really like RailDriver if only this throttle dynamic brake lever worked better. I could live with the independent brake as long as it doesn't get any worse, but this here throttle stroke brake lever it's just not up to it. I'm going to try another bit of surgery inside it. I may film that, but I need to get some Haraldite or something, some sort of gunky adhesive. God, I need to, oh, more brakes needed. I need to commit blob. I want a good sticky blob, but not a terminal blob, because it might needs to be removable if I ever find a better resistor. We're off that steep bit now. Well, I'll need more brake than that. It's weird because it's just one little circular pot and a flimsy bit of plastic that runs all the way along the RailDriver from that lever to somewhere over there. and the flimsy bit of plastic flexes a bit, and there's slack in the little pot at the end there. But when I'm doing the braking bit, it's not bad, it's usable. It's the throttle bit that's terrible. There's so much backlash in it. So maybe need to try and get a better quality resistance, variable resistance type thing, and then do something about the lousy linkage it's got. Look at the 20 again. And still the 20 limit. Speeding again. Be careful you don't touch the other brake. Also got to be careful because that last signal was an approach signal, which means that the next one's most likely red because of the mess that's all the trains on the track. I might have to just delete them all. Okay, it's all gone horribly wrong. Now what's going on? Oh, much shallower slope. We're getting off the steep bit, I think. 1.6. Right, okay, I'm going to release the auto brake, and just in case people aren't used to using these things and are curious, nothing happens. No change, no change, no change. Brakes completely off. And system recharging, you can hear the compressor going. So while it's putting air back into all the reservoirs all the way down the train, I've still got my dynamic brakes to play with, so I can keep an eye on things. Oh. And we've got reds. Maximum dynamics. I don't know what's happened here. I think I'm just going to go into the dispatch screen and delete all the train, or just delete every train that's on here unless it starts building up again. It's all gone a bit wrong. Anyway, so that's my RailDriver. And what's up with it? Right. Let's just head up to these red lights, and we'll stop there. And then I'll clear the route, and I think I'll just save it there and leave it till for another session. And we're back to a 2-degree slope, getting steeper again. In run 8, which I believe is fairly realistic, if you're using dynamic braking, it will automatically bail off the loco brakes. So your independent brakes. This is the States. Because they're acting on the same axles as the dynamic brakes, as in all the ones on the locomotive. And all you do is lock them up, so the moment you start dynamic braking, it releases the independent brake. So you're just using a blend of dynamic braking and auto brakes. Auto brakes on the rest of the train, dynamic brakes on the locomotive axles. And then when you stop dynamic braking, it will reapply the independent brakes. Right, let's slow it down. It won't come to a stop because I've only got the dynamic brakes on. and you'll see the current on the currentometer, the ammeter there, that twiddly thing there. Current will drop, and the amount of current is directly related to the amount of braking force you've got. So the slower it gets, the less current you're going to be generating and the less brakes you've got. So when you want to come to a stop, you've got to apply some other brakes, which I just have. And then with a bit of luck, it will stop. Definitely some weight in this train. Right. Oh, damn, it breaks into off. Right into that. Stick them both into full. Turn that off. Okay.